I honestly don't really know where to begin this conversation of kind of disappearing from the world, that I had to do something. I had to be doing something in order to feel worthy. A lot. And I don't even know how to talk about all this. Maybe I don't make this video. Maybe I just don't even make this video and we just disappear. See, we're changing. See, people are only going to perceive you in the way that they got these little filters, and they're going to filter you through all their life experiences. I'm struggling. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to put it. Bawling my eyes out, crying like a little baby, and just releasing so much stored emotions and pains, and you have no clue of like who I was and where I've come from, and what as hard as this is, it was just a decision I felt was right for me right now. I just have so much pressure, so much going on, that I just this quiet, shy girl who hid in the corner, that never felt loved, that never felt like she mattered, that nobody wanted to be friends with her. She didn't know how to make friends. So all over the place, and honestly, I'm just sitting here continuing on recording because I honestly don't feel like I'm sharing. But your presence alone is what makes you worthy. You don't have to accomplish anything. You don't have to make X amount of dollars. You don't have to have X amount of followers. You don't have to try so hard. You don't. Your presence is a gift, and I'm speaking directly to anybody out there who feels like I do, or who has felt like I have. Self-awareness, that I know, hey, this thing from your childhood affected you like this, and this is how your mind functions, and this is how now you function in your life, and blah blah blah. Like, there's so much to it, and I have taken the time to study this stuff in my free time. You can bet I am perfect, and I'm not motivated all the time, I'm not disciplined all the time, and I struggle just like anybody else. And that's what's real. And that's my goal. So. What's up, guys? I honestly don't really know where to begin this conversation. I've had a lot going on in my life. So many different things that have been extremely challenging. And let's see. Today is Tuesday, July 19th, and I'm feeling a lot better. And so that's why I'm even sitting down to do this video, because let's see, 2 nights ago, I deleted Facebook, I deleted Instagram, and I had the intention of kind of disappearing from the world again. If you don't know my story, last year, 2021, I actually deleted the apps, and I went from posting pretty consistently, like on my stories and stuff, to completely deleting the apps and kind of disappearing for what I intended to be 1 month of just like a break from my phone, a break from social media. And then it turned into 5 months. So anyway, I'm one to kind of hide in my Sami shell and try to get rid of the noise from the external world, if you could say. And when I'm like going through a lot emotionally and just many different ways. And there's so many things that I want to say, or like I don't know exactly how to articulate everything, I guess, but we're gonna do the best I can to try to hit all points that I want to hit. But so like I said, 2 nights ago, I had a really rough night. And it was just a lot of old wounds. Little Sammy speaking, little hurt Sammy that's carrying pain from childhood and just the person I used to be, and, you know, that little voice, you know, telling you, like, what are you even doing? What does it matter? And realizing in my whole life, I've tried so hard. I've always tried so hard. And I've always had this feeling that I had to do something. I had to be doing something in order to feel worthy. And oh my gosh, this is just a lot. And I don't even know how to
As you can see, I'm struggling to make this video.
talk about all this.
Really, I'm leaving a lot of my little bloopers in, as you can tell, because that's what's real, and I'm not going to sit here and perfect this whole thing. This was just on the spot, so
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't make this video. Maybe I just don't even make this video and we just disappear. See, we're changing things. See, people are only going to perceive you in the way that they got these little filters, and they're going to filter you through all their life experiences, through all the things that they believe in, through all the insecurities and whatever that they carry, and they're going to see you through that filter and judge you in whatever kind of way that they feel based on their own problems. This is me just having thoughts. See, I'm sitting here thinking, like, this isn't even gonna go anywhere. Don't mind me. I'm struggling. I don't even know how. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to put it. If you guys cannot tell, I'm struggling to make this video. Let's just do this way. Okay, so 2 nights ago, I was having a rough night. And if you could see me then versus what you see now, I mean, I was bawling my eyes out, crying like a little baby, and just releasing so much stored emotions and pains, and all the times where I was told to not feel sorry for myself, so I had to be strong and hold it all in, and my problems weren't terrible, and all the things, like, so I suppressed, and my whole life I've suppressed how I feel, and I never truly felt into what I felt. And I've overthought everything I say and do, and try to fit and mold myself into what I thought people wanted of me, and completely lost who I am as a person. Even to this day, I still find myself doing things out of a place of trauma because of that little Sami who was hurt, who felt invisible. And now I feel like to put this all into context, to share a little background about me. You guys have been showing up, watching my prep stuff and watching this journey of me, but you guys have no clue. You have no clue of like who I was and where I've come from and what is my background. And you know, I don't even know how to word all this. It's just so much. There's just so much, and I want to, I don't know. So, growing up, I was the quiet, shy girl, and I'm talking really, really shy. I didn't know how to communicate with people. Even to this day, if you ever see me in person, excuse me if I come off completely different than me sitting by myself in my comfort zone where I can be who I am, even though I know people are watching. But if I'm out, it's just because I'm a recovering socially awkward person. And I'm still recovering from it. I've struggled with this my whole life. And, you know, growing up, literally, I would watch people around me effortlessly making friends, and I would sit feeling so out of place, never fit in. I felt so alone, like an outcast, and there were times at school I would sit and be in the bathroom crying because I didn't know where to sit. I felt embarrassed about eating, and this kind of, I guess, brings me into the whole trigger. You know, that night, 2 nights ago, I ended up having a little relapse of some binging. And I don't know if you guys ever watched my stuff. I don't think I've talked too much about it, but I've struggled with binge eating for a long time. And it's a problem. I've gone through the cycle so many times of gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. I've gone through it way too much. And my whole life, I realized that night that I was struggling, just reflecting on my entire life. I have trauma around food. Every waking day, I'm screwed either way. I just don't even know how to explain this. I don't even know how to articulate this. I have a problem with food. And because of that problem with food, I decided I'm not doing this show. Like I said, I screwed up big time. I'm just not been making the progress I want. I'm just not feeling ready. And as hard as this is, it was just a decision I felt was right for me right now. I just have so much pressure, so much going on that I can't do it. I need to take time, and I don't know if I'm going to, this is it for me this season, or if I'm gonna go and do a show in October, just give me more time. But in all reality, I might just be done, and it kind of sucks because that last show I didn't have that intention that I would be done. So it is what it is, though. I'm just trying not to attach to it too much and just let it be as is. But I've just been in a really difficult place, to be honest. And people can look at you and just think you got it all together. They think, oh, how can she be upset? She's got this, or she looks like that, or she blah, blah, blah. You know, there's so much of that goes around, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't change what someone goes through. And I've struggled a lot with body dysmorphia. I've struggled a lot with just past traumas surfacing that makes me feel like I'm not worthy or nobody likes me. That was literally something that played in my head growing up my whole life, because being that outcast, because, you know, not knowing how to make friends, I always felt like nobody liked me. And even seeing the reflection in my adulthood life of, as silly as this is, like social media. I have a very small following, and I try not to attach to it but at the end of the day, if we all are honest with ourselves, is there not some kind of attachment to how many followers you have is some kind of tie with your worth? Like, oh, if that person has 1 million followers, well, they must be super worthy. They must be a very important person or a very valuable person. And there's some kind of attachment to, well, they must be something that so many people want to follow what they say, follow what they do, follow the person in general because who they are. And if you're someone on the contrary who doesn't have a lot of followers, who isn't important because nobody wants to see what they're doing, nobody wants to follow them. And I've had that in my head, to be honest, of like, I must not be anybody that matters. And my whole life, ooh, I've never felt like I've mattered. My whole life, you know, I was that, you know, just quiet, shy girl who hid in the corner, that never felt loved, that never felt like she mattered, that nobody wanted to be friends with her. She didn't know how to make friends. And so I turned to food when I would be having a hard time with just feeling so invisible, just going through life feeling invisible. My little slice of happiness was food. And then that created literally a trauma around food, like to where I struggle today, where I'm going through something emotionally, I'm struggling in any way, I'm not feeling very great on whatever, you know, especially when I'm going through some things, I get triggered. And if I'm suffering in any way, I turn to food, and food's that little slice of happiness in my day. And I know this is terrible because obviously I'm someone who really focuses on gratitude, and I do. But that doesn't mean you don't have those times. And this is, honestly, this is hard for me to share because I never want to contradict myself or seem in a certain way. But like I said earlier, at the end of the day, people are always viewing you through their own filter. You're going to say something wrong and that contradicts, like, this is a whole conversation. But this is just so all over the place. And honestly, I'm just sitting here continuing on recording because I honestly don't feel like I'm sharing it. But I don't know. We'll pick it apart probably. But anyway, yeah, so I was just gonna disappear and kind of go in my solitude and just continue working on myself, just continue healing, you know, being on this journey of like just having so much self-awareness on what parts of me from, you know, the younger parts of me that surface into my adulthood life that tries to create doubt on what I'm capable of or what can I do and all the things, and this feeling, this pressure of like I need to do something to be worthy, rather than no, you don't. Your presence alone is what makes you worthy. You don't have to accomplish anything. You don't have to make X amount of dollars. You don't have to have X amount of followers. You don't have to try so hard. You don't. Your presence is a gift. And I'm speaking directly to anybody out there who feels like I do, or who has felt like I have. You don't need to do anything. You are important. Just as you are. You matter. You are heard and you're seen. And if anybody out there, please reach out to me, because the way I've felt has really has increased my desire to make people feel like they matter. So that's that, I guess. So this was very all over the place, and to be honest, I just don't even feel like I touched on explaining everything the way I wanted to, but I'm not gonna be that Sami that loves to overthink everything she does and says, and make sure I'm just coming off truly as who I see I am. And at the end of the day, that's what I gotta focus on. It's people are gonna judge me left and right, and I just gotta find that reason to be okay with who I am, to know. And I'm a whole different person than I used to be, but that some things surfaced, and you know, like I said, I just kind of wanted to disappear, like just really go hardcore in my solitude and go deep in my reading, just get rid of the noise, not have any pressure on me from the external world. Like, I really felt that, and then I started feeling better, and I'm like, at the end of the day, you never know who you're impacting. And I just feel like through this life already, I've gone through so much. I've gone through so many phases of my life, and I've taken time to build myself, to improve myself, to grow exponentially, to learn and cultivate so much self-awareness that I know, hey, this thing from your childhood affected you like this, and this is how your mind functions, and this is how now you function in your life, and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's so much to it, and I have taken the time to study this stuff. In my free time, you can bet I am learning psychology, personal development on all levels. Like, that's what I do. That's what I love. And at the end of the day, it gives me something of value to offer to someone that could potentially change someone's life. And if I can do that just by sharing, by showing up authentically in who I am, what I'm about, I'm not just about fitness. Like, there's just, I'm multifaceted. There's so much about me that I don't even show completely, to be honest. And to try to navigate the camera and be who you are when you have a camera on your face and you know people are watching it, it's not easy. And at the end of the day, one of my greatest goals is to be truly authentically who I see that I am. Let people perceive me in whatever way they want. That's their thing. But I need to feel like I'm in touch with who I am, and I'm putting myself out there in that way. And just hope that maybe I am making a positive impact on somebody. Maybe something I say resonates with them in a way that they needed, you know. And I can't do that if I'm disappearing. So I might take time. So if I'm kind of away, I just wanted to not leave you guys hanging, and so you know that, you know, I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot, but everyone is. Everyone is, and if I can be a voice, like, my whole life not feeling like my voice was ever heard, and actually I hated my voice, fun fact, and just, now's the time. Now's the time. So I might take some time though, because I'm one to very, like I said, I be in solitude. I learned so much in that space, and sometimes you need that, and it's no pressure of like, oh well, you're this person, now you have to do this thing. Like, no, you do what you need to do at the end of the day. It's not about what they think you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this was all over the place, and I apologize for that, but it's just kind of the update of what's going on. So conclusion, I'm not doing this show anymore. And as hard as that is for me to say after I've already was like saying, oh, this is how far I am, blah, blah, blah. It's not easy. But this is what's up. This is what I need, and I gotta honor myself at the end of the day. And I don't know how things are gonna look in the future for me and all of this, but we'll see. I just need to get some healing. I need to get my food issue under control and find out more of like where these things stem for me and how much of a problem it is for my life. Like, I struggle, and I want to keep showing up and showing people that I'm not perfect, and I'm not motivated all the time. I'm not disciplined all the time, and I struggle just like anybody else, and that's what's real, and that's my goal. So moving forward, we'll see. I might kind of take some time. I might come back and give a full update on like what's next for me, but for now, I wasn't gonna do this, but here I am, kind of let you know what's going on, and I might see you soon, might not, but peace, and I'm sending you seriously so much love and light, because I'm sure someone out there needs it just as much as I do. So, bye guys.
A fun fact about me, my entire life growing up, I was obsessed with chocolate. Everything I ate was just complete junk. So it's kind of funny to be where I'm at today, big into health and fitness, because I'm not joking, I never drank water, didn't like fruits or vegetables, and so yeah, of course my Christmas present, as you're going to see, is a big thing of chocolate, which I probably ate in one sitting. Glad I'm not living like that anymore.